Well, we're here. Somehow I think we're here. Lord, and we got a gang in already. Except nothing is showing. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Goodness sakes. That was a little odd. I well, you know what happened. Those of you who were here 2 minutes ago, we had a link up, we had it open, and there was no text. The text is working. Huzzah. Good. So it wasn't. That was odd. Never had that happen before. Let's see who's here. Wanderer. You know what I need to do? Let me do a link here. I need a little, I need some hand holding. Honest to God, this is dreadful. All right, let's put it right here. Lord. Psychedelic hippocampus is here. Susie. All right, well, wandering witness. Greetings and salutations. 10 minutes after. It's been odd. I'm going to tell you about it in a second. Finger crossed it's working. Yes, Ruby, we're here. Thank you. We got 18 in. Everybody's back. Good. Wandering witness. Ruby Begonia. New local Austin. Hello, hello. Psychedelic hippocampus. J-Dog. Naresh. James Handy. Mermaid Chorus. Jason. 3G. We got the gang. Hail, hail. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Dira. Hello, Dira. You could breed fish for the extra income, just saying. Okay. That's true. And I am not, actually, am I? I'm not breeding anything right now, am I? Actually. Well, you know, we'll talk about that. Hello from Abilene. Gordon Hayes. Hi, Gordon. How are you? Nalaj. Good morning. Nalaj 17. David Samsel. Gossamer Prince. Gordon Hayes. My Fish Tank Aquatics is here with us. Roman Chirac. Joseph Arlano. Gordon Hayes. And New England Ender. Gracious. Well, I need to tell you about this morning. I woke up at 10 minutes to 9. What's that? 15 minutes ago, a little more. 10 minutes to 9. Opened my eyes. Saw what time it was. Managed to get my hair brushed and went to the bathroom. That's about all I've been able to do. I put clothes on. I did get dressed. And got here in time. And played music and da-da-da-da. And as you noticed, no text. None. Nada. Nothing. Yeah. So, but we managed to survive and we're here now. And we're all here. And even though he's not here and probably is not going to be able to show up, happy birthday, T-Bone. And I'll make sure he gets back and says this. Everybody, please. Happy birthday to T-Bone. T-Bone is 50 years old today. Oh, excuse me. And he's, of course, an Aussie. And is in lockdown. So, presumably, he's alone on his 50th birthday. That would be the height of sadness. Well, not the height, but it would be, is sad the right word? Melancholy. Melancholy. It is very melancholy. And I'll tell you what, well, I shouldn't, and I won't, because I don't want to get off track into that madness. We are here to divert our attention from the madness to that which is pure and whole and true. Yes, we are. Pure and whole and true. And here we are doing it. Gordon Hayes, my blue cherry shrimp and guppy fry are happy in my 10-gallon dirty tank. God bless you, Gordon. God bless you. And I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. Haslett. Wandering Witness, Gordon. I'm in Haslett. Excuse me. Not too far apart. Joseph Ariondo. Hi, Father Fish. I'm here. It's so good to see you. Good to see you too, Joseph. Nice to have you here. My Fish Tank Aquatics. Happy birthday, Timo, says Gordon. Bravo. Tisha. I kept typing it when I closed the chat and opened it again. All my text was gone. Oh, that's curious. Well, nothing was showing up here. I mean, absolutely nothing. Not one comment showed up. In fact, whatever I typed on what's it called, StreamYard, did not show up on YouTube. So it wasn't working. And I'm sure it was StreamYard. Although, well, I guess it was. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but we're back. We're here. And we had 33 people watching, so we're in good shape. Glory, happy birthday, T-Bone. Only one person said happy birthday, T-Bone. Come on, you guys. Happy birthday to T-Bone. Oh, dear. Tisha, nice to have you with us. There was we did the Tisha card thing, didn't we? I don't know if those of you who were not here, Tisha sent me a beautiful card, which I have right here. Look at that. There it is. Right there. A beautiful card. Date's not on it's on the envelope. I got the envelope. Dated, I don't know what, April 4th, I think. April 4th. I got this. Where are we at? We're August, right? We're August 4th. I'm good. August 4th. This was mailed May, June, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever. And it's from Copenhagen, I guess. Roswall. See what it says there? Missent to Thailand. Addressed perfectly. No return address, which is interesting. If there had been a return address on it, I'm sure I would have never seen it. But it made it. It made it. It's been around the world, at least one time around the world. And I'm so thankful. I need to put this in a frame with the envelope and put the effective receipt date on it. So it just Gruten van Frank. Couldn't it mit wit. Gruten with Franke. Franeker. My teeth are loose. I can't do it. All right. My fish tanks. Hello. Who else is here? Patrick Paulson. Hello, Patrick Paulson. Herp Diversity. Looks like the Discord gags here. Hey, Paul C. Happy birthday, T-Bone, he says. Rohan. Hello, Rohan. Fish Dreams. Hey, Fish Dream. Big City Bit is here. Good to see you, Big City Bit. Nice to have you here. I tell you what. Did I do a link? Let me do it again. Let me do a link. Somebody come out and talk to me. Hold my head. It's a strange and wonderful day. Why is it not? Right there. There it is. Okay. Link. Is it up? I guess it's up. Yes, it's up. Oh. Why are we congratulating Big City Bettas? Can I come up today, Tisha? Oh dear, it would be wonderful. I would love it. There's a link right there. Do it by all means. And I want to know, I got to go back. Why? Happy birthday, T-Bone. Maybe she didn't understand. Gossamer Prince. Finally got my 55-gallon resealed. Today is leak test. Well, that'll be exciting. Do it outside. Set it up outside. If you have a if you have a pad, put it on a board on a pad. Or if you have a sheet of styrofoam, I always like to use styrofoam to set my tanks on, particularly large tanks. Put them on a piece of styrofoam, at least 1 inch thick styrofoam. 1 inch thick styrofoam, put them on that. And if there are any imbalances, if it's not level in any way, that'll level it out. So you're not going to be torquing the frame on the tank or the glass, which is where. Here it is, Big City Videos. Good morning, everyone. I signed the lease yesterday. House is a little rough, but it's on almost an acre with a giant lanai. Pop-up greenhouses and tubs galore are the goal. Mini fish farm. Bravo, Big City Betty. That's exciting stuff. That's exciting stuff. My word. I remember so many times I've done that. The beginning of a dream. Beginning of a dream. You know, the beginning of a dream. Here you go. I'm 80 years old. I had begun countless dreams. Countless. Couldn't begin to tell you how many. Never really tried to count them. That's interesting. I suppose I will now that I've got it in my head. See how many dreams. You know, and it gets to little tiny things as well as great big things. We think of the great big things, the great big dreams that we set out on the massive journeys that take years. And I've had some of those. You know, preparing for ministry was one that was 9 years of college with a couple of years in between. So it was like 12 years, just plodding away till I finally got there. That was a big dream. And working on the dream, and then when you get there and it's working and you're doing it and it's happening and it's so exciting and the dream is coming alive. We have Tisha here. Goodness sakes, look at you, girl.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
Good.
Happy to see you, Tisha.
Yes, you too.
We've known each other for a long time. For a year and a half, 2 years maybe.
Yes.
And Tisha has moved into a new home, and she's been showing us her home over on Discord. All of the gardens she's putting in and decorations and her hobby room and just so many wonderful things. What do you have on your mind this morning, Tisha?
My thanks. I want to show my thanks today.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're in for a real treat. Tisha is a real artist. I'm going to put you on full screen here.
Yes.
So we can do this.
This is my 11-gallon tank.
11-gallon.
I completed it a few weeks ago. It has now some driftwood and no filler.
Stunning.
Some Vallisneria in the back in the corner. Some high-grade filler.
What's this up at the top? Oh, it's Kabamba.
That's hornwort.
Yeah, some. Oh, it's hornwort. Okay.
Yeah, it's floating.
Yeah. That's not a crack in that tank, is it? Go back. Up there, right up top.
Yeah,
What? No, alongside it, in the glass. In the glass. No, up on the top. On top. It's a scratch or something. Okay. Freak me out. Oh, I see.
It's foil.
Oh, that's
humidity in.
Perfect.
As you can see.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Makes such a big difference.
Feels wrong.
Yeah, I think it keeps the tank healthy too.
Yeah.
What do you have for fish in there?
Guppy fry. Have some guppy fry in here.
Nice.
Yeah.
The antlers look like an antler.
And some leaves.
Yes.
Oak leaves.
Yes.
From the forest. From our holiday.
That's a pretty tank.
Thank you. I'll now go to the utility room, and there is a 33-gallon tank.
Oh, I can tell you do love your new home.
Yes, I love very much. It's a bit.
There you go, guys.
It's a bit tight in here.
Look at that.
Mystical forest.
Mercy. That's an Aponogeton, isn't it? That big plant.
Yes, I love it.
I do too.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I love Aponogetons. Great piece of driftwood.
Thank you. I have multiple pieces. One piece on the right and one piece on the left. Some bonsai amoebias. Is this and some
What is that?
Some brown what do you call that plant?
Yeah, I can't think of it either.
Cryptocarine?
Crypt, right.
Yeah, crypt. And there too.
Crypt. Yeah.
Leaves. Well. Scenario. A guppy female.
A gold one. Some tetras.
Yeah. Guppy. Black.
Yes. Oh, he's nice. What a beautiful tank.
My cat wants to go in, I believe. Hey.
He went out.
Yeah, come in.
They'll do what they're told to do.
Yeah. And the other side.
Well.
All leaves.
Do you have leaves in this one?
Yes. Also oak leaves.
Right. Oh, yes. Excellent. Look at that. Somebody asked me the other day, how much oak leaves should I put in the tank? And I really did not have a good answer for them. You know, I said it was just really a matter of kind of personal taste, more an aesthetic than a biological issue. You need to love enough to have the most of the bottom covered or at least affected. A goodly amount, but not so much it drives out the fish or water.
No.
Yeah, that's nice. That looks great. I think it's perfect. What a beautiful tank.
Thank you. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, it has that jungle kind of effect.
Yes.
Which gives it a lot of depth. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always amazed when people say I planted my tank and there are 2 or 3 plants in it. Silly cat.
My attention.
Silly cat. Shows you your patio there.
Yeah, it's a bit
Yes, it is. You've been that's right. You've been unloading your storage unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm still sorting out.
See that. You got a garden back here?
Yes.
Let's see your garden. That'll be worth
Laundry.
Laundry's not worth it. I don't want to look at that. There we go. Now
My
we're in.
backyard.
Oh my! That's coming along. It's going to be nice.
Our.
It's going to be very nice. Pretty. Yes, well, it's not pretty. It's going to be pretty. I can. Once it gets
Show the front.
Tisha eyes, it'll be gorgeous.
I will show the front yard too.
Oh, the front yard's worth seeing. You bet.
Yes.
This I
it's
know
beautiful.
about. Yes.
Part one.
You have herbs in here as well as flowers?
No, only flowers.
Do you do much with herbs?
No.
Ah. Look at that. Quite nice.
Yes. A lot of beautiful flowers in here.
Oh, yeah.
Some wild ones. Some wild ones.
Look at that. Look at that. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 different flowers blooming. How nice. 5. Maybe 6. Goodness.
A lot of flowers.
Yes.
Some weeds as well.
A big weed. A giant weed.
Pinky Winky. Hydrangea.
Oh, nice. Ah. Very good.
And I have one in here too. It's a beautiful purple flower.
Oh, yeah. My.
That is our front yard.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Very nice, Tisha. Very nice. There she is.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't do this. There's some people who don't know you. Tell everyone where you live. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I live.
Tell everyone where you live.
I mean, in the.
She can't get it out.
No. So hard.
Is it Copenhagen? Not Copenhagen. Are you
Netherlands?
Netherlands, in the Netherlands, right? Well, thank you, Tisha, very, very much. You have a beautiful home, and I love your tanks. We need to do it here. We haven't done this for ages. We need to do a contest. Oh, I hate contests, but we need to do it. All of the father fish systems, so that people we can get to see a lot of them. We could do that on Discord very easily because it's easy to post there and go back and look at them. We'll talk about it. We're having a sharks meeting this weekend. Hope you're able to make it. It'll be 5:30 my time. You're going to be in bed?
Yes, I think so.
It'll be late. 5 my time. It'll be about midnight your time, I guess.
Yes, 11.
Yeah, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. Putty Tang is back here, wants to come up and talk to us. So I'm going to say goodbye to Tisha.
Yeah.
I love you, Tisha. Thank you so much. Very nice. Bye-bye, honey.
Bye.
And we'll get, where'd he go? Oh, there. Okay. Putty Tang. There's the tank. Look at that. Are you there? Can we hear you? Can you hear me? Hi.
Hello.
How are you this morning?
Fair enough. Just wanting to give the community little
Oh, I
update
love that.
here.
Yeah.
Dealing
Look
with some nasty crap growing on my leaves. I don't know if it's coming in clear there, but it's going away.
Oh, good. Yes, I see it.
You can see it more so over here on these guys
Right.
and on the jet.
Yep.
But they're healthy. They're thriving.
They
They're
look
growing.
wonderful. They look really good. What's the gold one there? Not the Severum, I know that. The one behind the Severum.
This guy?
Yeah, what is he?
I know it starts with a W, like a Waneki or something.
Okay, looks like a ram, some kind of ram.
That's what I thought at first, but I was just over at
But
Forest
it's
Lake
not.
Pets the other day, and I saw their aquarium with these up for sale, and it starts with a W. Some kind of South American cichlid starts with a W. Waneki or something.
Winnicky. I don't know. Michael Casey, thank you for the $2 super chat, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. Very nice.
He is a real stunner, though.
He's a pretty fish. And that, look at him. Ooh. My brain's not, I love Severums. That's my favorite Severum, too. The gold, the male gold Severum. Stunning, stunning fish.
Yes, indeed. And a few of the Corys have decided to come out.
We got a little bit of growth going on down there on the bottom. Looks like some cover plant beginning. What is that? That looks good.
I forget what those are called too. I thought them when I set this up, but yeah, they're they would be further along, and I wouldn't have this algae problem. But I think what caused them to slow and the algae problem to bloom was a piece of moss I put in there that didn't even make it 24 hours, and then it was disintegrated and everywhere.
Wow.
Don't buy moss at Petco.
Yeah, I hear you.
Go to your local fish store.
Really. Nice tank.
And I just picked this guy up too.
Loach.
Little baby bitcher.
Oh, it's a biker. Oh, okay. Yeah, looks like a weather loach.
And he's just a baby.
It certainly is. Gordon Hayes has just posted a link to the UK article on leaves. Most of these trees also grow in the US, so that's great. Under practical fish keeping.
Nice. And then you'll see I've added the peace lily.
Absolutely.
Some bamboo.
Terrific.
Along with the
growing out in your filter, or is it a? No, it's just a.
I built a little contraption to contain them out of.
That's great. Kind of egg crate. Yeah, that's nice. That's real effective. Looks wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I love it.
We'll take a trip down the hallway.
Alrighty.
And we'll take a look at the Father Fish method tank.
Oh, how nice.
And how it's doing.
Oh my.
Little dirty down here, but that's okay.
A little algae down there, but yeah, the fish look good.
Got some stuff settling on the leaves here, but that's going away since we put in the Siamese algae eater.
There you go. Struggling a bit, but the fish look perfect. They look real nice.
Yes, they do.
One of my favorites there, yeah.
And these gouramis have just exploded in here. Not literally, just in growth.
I do understand. What a pretty pair of angels. Have they spawned?
I originally had 4 angels that spawned quite a bit, but We had that one on camera that one time that was swimming upside down.
Oh, yes,
You may recall.
I do.
And he didn't make it much longer. And then a few weeks later, his best buddy died, probably from a broken heart.
Probably. Somebody asked, what kind of gourami was that? Wandering Witness wanted to know. Excuse me.
Oh gosh, that's not the dwarf gourami. That's the
No, it's not coming to me either. My brain's not working real well this morning. I do know my gouramis. Like a snake skin, but I don't think that's what it is, but it's very close to a snake skin gourami.
my oldest fish happens to be my tiniest fish.
Oh, really? Look at that.
I bought a dozen of little dwarf corridoras, and only one of them survived when I first got back into fish keeping.
Set in Aeneas, looks like.
And he's an albino.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And since we're in the business of giving tours,
Oh, you got a big backyard there. Look at this. I'm
6
looking.
acres.
I'm looking at the tree all the way in the back. You've got 6 acres. Wow, how nice. Where are you located?
About an hour north of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minnesota. Huh. Wow, very impressive. Going outside. You're out in the middle of the country, aren't you? Cornfields. Gonna say, you really are.
Yes.
I've lived in the country. I love it. I've got a grill just like that.
And then, last but not least, in terms of
Livestock. Cage full of parakeets.
budgies,
What do we got? 2 males and a female, look like. Oh, who's this? Oh, my goodness.
this is Dum Dum 1, also known as Ruby,
Oh, my.
and Dum Dum 2, also known as Santa.
Look at you. Aren't you pretty?
Oh, somebody thinks you're pretty.
Aren't you pretty? Look at your blue eyes. Aren't you
Somebody
gorgeous?
thinks you're pretty.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Go,
He
run.
Play, doesn't he? There he goes. All right.
Show them how it's done, Santa.
You bet. Look at that.
No, not back in your house.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with your 6 acres?
I don't know.
Huh.
I thought about building a paintball course.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Come on. House, guys.
Uh-oh.
House.
Where's that go?
Sansa.
Oop.
Be nice.
Got him. Good boys.
I'm surprised you guys could even see today. The air quality the last few weeks has been extremely poor due to the Canadian wildfires.
Oh, my.
Like, my visibility is down to less than a quarter mile.
Oh,
because
my
of
word.
The smoke some days
Wow.
is really bad.
Well, thank you so much for showing us your tanks and your home and your beautiful piece of property. Absolutely love it. And your sweet dogs.
If you want to call them that.
They are, come on now. You don't have an
Oh.
attitude about your dogs. I know about that. They're too happy for you to have an attitude about it. They obviously love you and love being there.
Yes,
Nice.
indeed. Are you going to focus? There we go. There's the dinosaur.
There he is. They get about 2 foot long. They get pretty big, but it takes a long time to get them there. Neat.
Yeah. And it takes a long time to get them here as well.
No bet. Yeah. Genuine dinosaur.
I was on a 3-month waiting list to get one.
Oh, my word.
And then they came in, and then all of a sudden they had options from $10 to $70.
Oh, well. I should put them on my list because I can get them pretty easily.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see this guy grow. It's
That'll
gonna
be fun.
be super cool. And then
Thank
I'll
you, Putty Tang. Yeah. I
try and
appreciate
look up what the name of this guy is.
which. Oh, yeah. Would like to know. Would like to know. Thank you so much for coming up.
Thanks for having me.
Delighted to have you. Yes, it's been fun. You guys are saving my butt today. Take care for now. Thank you, Putty Tang.
Take care. Bye.
Love you, Tanks. Bye-bye. Oh, my. Well, I'm feeling a little better now, I guess. Let me back up and try to catch some of the commentary here. Joseph Ariando, I need your advice, Father Fish. I've just got a 150-gallon tank, nice big tank. Like to make it a dirted community tank that's heavily planted. Where can I look for bulk plants and large groups of fish? Well, that's a really good question. Bulk plants. What I would suggest is you get out into the hoots and hollers, into the countryside, into the highways and byways, find some ponds, streams, other bodies of water where there are plants growing and harvest them. Now, if you're concerned about putting them in your tank right away, excuse me, how can I do this? I need to. There, I turned my mic off. Hope that makes everybody feel better. I need to learn how to do that. Collect some wild plants. That's the best way to get a lot of plants. And don't worry about having a monoculture. That's a good way to get a tank started. Get a monoculture going that's really going strong. Give it a chance to build up, and then in time you can switch things out. That's one way to get it. If you want to buy them, that's really tough. You almost have to find a hobbyist who has a tank full of plants or ponds that they don't want. Now you can grow them yourself if you set up some outdoor ponds, those shallow little tub ponds. They're the easiest. They'll grow really much more quickly outside in the sun. You can put a little piece of plant in there, and in a matter of a couple of months, it'll be substantially larger. As to getting a large quantity of fish, what I would suggest you do is ask your pet shop for a bag price. Now, I would not buy 500 guppies. If I would assume you would rather have a community tank with a variety of species. So try to get a price on a dozen. A dozen is a good round number. And if you get 12 fish, 12 species, 12 each, that's 144 fish. That's a lot of fish. Now, in a big tank like that, if they're little, it's not going to look very big. But by doing that, and by having a lot of plants in there, you'll have a population that'll be able to grow, and you'll see how it balances, which ones are dominant and which are not. So try to get Try to go monoculture. Try to get one species where you can get a bucket full of plants and throw them in there, and then try to get fish by the dozen. You should your pet shop should be willing to give you a special price, and don't be afraid of putting natives in. Very often, the native fish are a whole lot more aggressive, so you want to be somewhat careful. But native fish can be a great addition to a tank. Lunar is here. Hello, Lunar Vitas. Good morning. My boss is out today, so I get to join in. Lunar's brand new in Discord and here, and is I don't want to say an old time fish keeper because she already was upset about being told she was old enough to be a grandmother. But she's obviously a lovely lady who has 30 years of experience with tropical fish and knows her way around this hobby. So we're delighted to have you. I noticed Lennar got on Discord yesterday, and she and Tam were just carrying on endlessly. So I beat a hasty retreat and let them go at it with each other. I think they had a lovely time. Let's see. What else is going on here? Gordon A. Oh, Tisha was talking about her stuttering. It really was not noticeable other than your inability to say your country's name. And I knew what that was, but I don't think it was apparent to anyone. But Tisha is such a delightful young woman. We're so happy to have her with us. And she's an enormously talented person on just so many different levels. Just really quite lovely. Texas Fish talking about making a plant box out of 8 crate. Yes, that is great, isn't it? Oh dear. All right, let me get to the bottom here. Sister Lockmo is here. Hello, Sister Lockmo. Nice to see you. Great to have you with us. She says, I'm in New York City. I have a 20-gallon tall and 3 different filters and other odds and ends to give away. Please message me if you want to pick it up. So anyone living in New York who wants to make contact with Sister Lockmo and would like some starter equipment, she's happy to help you with that. That's a great gift for a child, for someone young and starting out and just excited about the hobby. J-Dog said Father Fish gets all the pretty ladies. I've noticed that. I think it's because I'm harmless. You reach a certain level where you become like, a grandfather. And I guess I'm a grandfather. And I'm happy to be a grandfather. That's okay with me. It works just fine. What else? Cats have people pets. Ain't that the truth? Yes, and Mermaid says those tanks are stunning. Talking about Tisha's tanks, they absolutely are. We get to see a lot of these and a lot more tanks on Discord. If you have not signed up on Discord, the link probably has been posted. It will be if it's not. And we'll be happy to welcome you to our Discord channel. There's so much going on there. It's impossible to even describe. We have, I think, 450 subscribers so far on Discord. At any one point in time, there are probably 50 people up on Discord, chatting away in it in easily, I don't know how many, 6 or 8 different channels, maybe more. We're going to be adding one or two more, I think. Big City Bet is talking about light at the end of the tunnel. This is going to be exciting. Yeah, that takes us back a bit, doesn't it? We were talking about dreams. Dreams are what keep us going and keep us alive. When people lose their dream, I think they lose their will to live. I really do. I have a dream. Some of you know what it is. I'm trying to develop a new skill that I can use here in the fish. I'm used in the hobby, particularly in the fish clubs, and we've got a number of fish clubs in our area. No one in the years that we've been doing fish clubs and the clubs have been doing auctions, no one has tried to develop a professional auctioneer's chant. So I'm working on that. And I'm hoping that by the time our club meeting comes around the third week of the month, that I'm going to be able to stand up there and I'm going to say, oh, one, give me two, let me two, C2, here two. Come two, 1, 2, got 2, 1, 3. Go 3. I'm a little rusty and slow this morning. It takes a while to get into it. You have to kind of build into it and get the pattern going. And I guess I'm tired. I can do better than that. But you'll see. Once I get really good, then I'll give you a taste of it. But we're going to try to do our club meeting live. That'll be the third Thursday of the month at 7 o'clock in the evening. We'll see if we can do that. We have a facility now that allows us to do it. So, and if we can do it right, we'll try to get the bidding to include the people watching it online. I would love to be able to do that. It might slow things down a bit, but that would be fun. So we'll see. Tam Shepard, Mermaid's Chorus, Sister Lockbone, Michelle Kenzie. Who else? Did we get everybody? We're at 52. Psychedelic Hippocampus they sold their house in Texas, are moving to Idaho, I think. Already have the property and looking to put some kind of house up on it. So was talking with Susie last night about that. Yeah, they are pretty dogs, aren't they? Really pretty dogs. All right. I could probably do. Let me look around a bit. I might be able to find something. I have had large quantities of plants. I'm going to be going out collecting this week, and there are a couple of places I'm going that have really substantial stands of plants. Let me see what I can find and see if I can put something together that I can ship out. Blake's Aquatics is here. Hello, Blake. Nice to see you. Good to have you with us. Roman wants to know if concrete patio slabs will increase the pH. Only if they're relatively new. If they've been, if they're old, then they're no longer active. But if they're new, relatively new, then they certainly could affect the pH. But it's unusual. If they've been out weathered for a year or two, then there's no longer any activity there, and they'll be fine. Gordon is saying I need to visit some local water bodies and to collect native plants. You betcha. That's where all of the plants that we get, I shouldn't say it that way, but virtually all of the plants that we get, particularly the common plants, are grown out in outdoor ponds. They're shallow, they're like that deep, and often grown immersed, but they're grown out outdoors. They're grown out effectively as wild plants. This notion that somehow things have to be greenhouse perfect and delicate is nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. The fish and the plants that we buy in the pet store, 90% of them have been grown out in outdoor ponds or have been wild caught. Every single fish, every single fish has an ancestry in the wild. So don't be afraid of collecting things from the wild and bringing them into your fish tank. All that really does is increase the biodiversity and make your tank more stable and more healthy. The likelihood of having something go wrong in terms of disease or some other kind of problem like that is very minuscule. I'll put it that way. If you're smart enough to know the difference between something that's rotten and stinky and something that is fresh and wholesome, if you can tell that difference, then you can tell what you ought to be collecting and bringing into your tank. Just be smart about it. Don't bring things out of a rotten, smelly, stinky pond that's full of whatever and bring it into your tank. Make sure it's healthy. Make sure it's something you would like to swim in and might even consider drinking out of. Don't do it, but you might consider it. If it's like that, by all means, by all means. Thank you, Lunar. Nice to have you with us. Says it's because you're awesome. I love your message in the last video. That was Monday's stream. That last video was an excerpt from Monday's stream, and that was such a great rant. I was so happy with that. We wanted to get it up and get it going, and it's doing pretty well, I think. Let's see, green chromide cichlids. I have, and I really like them. I like the red chromide too. I think the red is really my favorite. They're small little cichlids. They don't get big. They're small and they're very pretty. A little hard to come by, but really very, very nice fish. I've had them spawn in community. The red ones. Had them in a 15-gallon tank, about a dozen, and they spawned in community and raised babies in community. I thought that was pretty remarkable. James is talking about somebody giving Jacob a call. Yeah, there are people around who can do that. I can do that. I probably can box them. The problem is I would want to box them thermally or ship them thermally so that they would not get beat up by the heat in the summer. And that would limit the quantity or dramatically affect the size of the box. A big box like that would cost $40 full of plants. But I might be willing to do it pretty cheap. Let's see what I can do. Be in touch with me and check out with a few other people too. You might be able to get somebody who can give you a deal. Got it. Ugh. It is midnight at Blake's house. So happy to have you with us, Blake. Blake has a remarkable channel. If you have not visited his channel and signed up, you absolutely need to. He's a young man with an amazing, amazing skill at keeping fish. Just utterly remarkable. A great teacher and just a fun guy to hang out with. Get on over to Blake's channel. Somebody make sure his link gets posted. Please don't post links unless there's some approval. There are some people I really don't want to promote. So don't do that indiscriminately, please. Let's see. What else we got? Mach 389. I have a 5-gallon betta tank with about an inch of sand and no lights. Is there a good low light plant that'll grow well in sand? 5-gallon betta tank with sand. Nothing is going to grow in a barren environment. I mean, you can get cactus to grow in the desert, but there are not a lot of plants that are going to grow in an environment that has no light and no nutrition. You're really asking for a lot. Brown algae, maybe. Well, why don't you, it's not a big tank. Why don't you get a thin layer of dirt in the bottom, put that sand back on top, put a little desk lamp over it. Just a small light, doesn't have to be much. Small little desk lamp. And you'll be able to grow about anything in there. And that'll work out really, really well for you. Tam Shepard. Hello, Tam. Let's see. What else? Ricky Fish Lady. Chris Trapp is posting somebody's YouTube channel. Is that Blake's? Note what you're posting when you post a link like that. Comment what it is. So, it is Blake's link. Very good. Thank you, Chris, very much. Big City Bettis Lunar. Holy cow, girl. I haven't seen you in forever. I'm hanging in there. Oh, old friends meeting. How lovely. Very nice. Very nice. Lunar said, as soon as I added dirt to my tanks, my plants exploded. No question about it. And here's the thing. If you'll now add leaf litter to the top of that, the mulch, a humus to the top of it, what will then begin to happen is the fish population will explode because the fish will be able to nest in that. Their babies will find food in it. You'll find that it's full of baby fish in relatively short order, which provides food for some fish, but every bit as importantly provides a nursery for those baby fish to be able to thrive in. You get this going at the right level and really get a sense of what's happening, and it just opens up the whole aquarium experience. It makes it just remarkable. Let's see. All right, we were at 10:15 here. We did get a bit of a slow start, but I think I need to go. Let me just, I'm at the bottom here. Ringo Stars is from Malta. Thank you, Ringo Stars. Let's turn you. We're going to turn Ringo Stars blue. Nice to have you with us. Big City. I love starting tanks with worm castings in the base mix. Oh boy, they make a massive ammonia spike in the beginning. But once the tank establishes, the cycle is so stable and the plant roots go insane. It is magnificent, isn't it? Worm castings can be a little hard to find, and they can be a little expensive. A good way to do that is to set up a little worm farm. I'll do that tomorrow if I think of it. Somebody, Friday, Saturday, Friday. Next time I'm on in the morning, we'll do how to set up a worm farm. It's really very, very simple, and anybody can do it, and you can do it anywhere. So get back to me on that one. We'll talk about it. That gives you a resource, not only for worm castings, but for fish bait, for feeding your larger fish, and also for worm castings. So it's a wonderful thing to be able to have, and there's no odor. And it deals with all your garbage. All your wet garbage, you got a great place for it. Feed it to the worms. We'll do that. We'll do that. That'll be fun. What else? Oh, what a good time and where to collect Daphne. What is a good time and where to collect Daphne? If you want to collect Daphne in large quantities, you have to do it in a place where there are no fish. I got to tell this story. Henry Hall had a favorite Daphne pond that he would go to and get large quantities of Daphne, and sell them at his local club. This many years ago, 50 years ago at least. Well, there was one member of the club who was bitter about Henry Hall, and bitter about the fact that he was able to get these large quantities of Daphne and bring them in and get so many people started. I guess this guy had his own culture and was trying to make money at it. In any case, what Henry did was he had a little boat, a little model boat with a motor. Was it a motor or a sail? It was a motor, a little motor on it, and he strung a net, a fine mesh net, off the back of it, and put this out in the pond, and it ran circles in the pond, collecting Daphne, and he would bring it in and dump out the net and do it again. You got huge quantities of Daphne. Well, it was a pond that had no fish in it. If you have a pond with fish, you're not going to get a population of Daphne like that because they'll eat it up. One day, this stupid kid snuck behind him and followed him and found the pond and threw some goldfish in it. Well, it ruined the pond for Daphne. Goldfish were happy, the Daphne were not. I tell you that story merely to illustrate the point that you've got to find a pond that has, or a body of water, small body of water maybe, that has no fish in it. If you can do that, it likely will have Daphne in it. You need a fine mesh net and just run it through the water and you'll see them. If they're in there, you'll find them. And then you can use that to get a culture started. There are lots of people doing Daphne culture online. I'll show you how to do mine. I kept one for years. In fact, there's a Daphne culture in our club that's been going now for 35, 40 years. Same culture going for 40 years. Been passed around to various people, but it is still going. All right, I'm going to say goodbye. What fish? Devil Lucy. Hello, Devil Lucy. Nice to see you. Devil Lucy said, what fish with great personality would you recommend for a 15-gallon aquarium? You know what, Devil Lucy? For a tank that size, if you want personality, what I would do is set it up as the most natural tank you possibly can. Because if you will do that, whatever fish you put in there will be at home. And they'll find ways of getting down into the litter, of swimming around the plants, of acting naturally and normally. I think when we talk about fish personality, that's really what we're referring to, is the fish behaving in a normal, natural, wild way, being able to be itself. It's not going to do that in a plastic tank with a bunch of marbles in it. It just isn't going to be able to. You need a natural environment. So think about that and move toward that and try setting that tank up as the most natural environment you can so that it doesn't simply look natural. It in fact is natural, and there's the difference. It can look very natural and be a piece of art. You don't want that. You really don't want that. What you want is a tank that is natural, that has natural processes going on in it, that has leaf litter, that has a deep substrate, that's growing a food web, that's producing an environment that allows the fish and other animals in it to really be at home and to really be able to live in a natural way. That's when you'll see personality. Big city betters. I have a red wiggler colony in an old bathtub out in my yard years ago. Magical stuff, Andrew. If you have a garden, holy smokes, please make that video. Father, this would be wonderful. Yeah, we'll do that. That would be perfect. All right. When does there's so many good things going on here. I'm behind on all of it. Nature nurtures, Gordon says. Yes, indeed. Nature rating. A friend of mine said that many years ago, and it stuck with me. Nature rating. Nature doing its thing. Tam Shepard's posting the Discord link. Please come over. You'll find a warm welcome there. It'll be great fun. You'll thoroughly enjoy it and be able to continue this conversation indefinitely. It never ends. J-Dog's posting the Father Fish Aquarium website, which is wonderful and getting better every day. Make sure you check that out. I do have a few things for sale, and I'm happy to do that, and we'll be adding more. Christina, green sunfish and bluegill have the most personality of any fish I've ever kept. No good in a 15-gallon tank, though, unless they're babies. But yeah, the blue. Oh, native fish have a bad rap. Maple Street does a really good job of showing us what can be done with native fish, and it is wonderful. You need to find ways to do native fish. God bless you all. Nice to be here. Wonderful to be with you. Let's see. Tom says grossed up on most all of my cultures. I don't know what you're referring to later. Husband? Whatever. All right. Friday. I'll be here Friday at 8:30 in the evening. Sunday at 5:30. And then back Monday and Wednesday. So 4 times a week. Monday morning, Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. Friday evening at 8:30. Sunday evening at 5:30. That's all Eastern Daylight Time. God bless you all. Delighted to be with you. Let me see if I can find a little piece of music. And we will go off to a tune. Would you like that? Boy, I haven't been able to get the frog out of my throat this morning. One, give me 1 bid 2 bid 2. I want 3. 3 got 3 bid 4 bid 4. 4, give me 4 1 4 bid 4. 4 bid a bit a 4 bid a bit a bit a 4 bid a 4 bid a 5. 5 bid 5 bid 6 bid 6. 6 bid 6. 6 bid 6. Here we go. Love you all. More. Bye for now. Oh my! Yeah!
Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make me. Let's talk about fish. Let's talk about fish. Fish. Let's talk about fish, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that make me. Let's talk about fish. talk about fish. Fish.